Bam! The barn door splintered under my fist, boards shuddering as I hurled the letter to the floor. The paper, dripping with arrogance, burned in my hands. HOA, those rats, dared to claim my ranch, 50 acres where my granddad broke his back. Where I poured blood and sweat was now their community land. Veins bulged on my neck, fists clenched until they cracked. Karen from HOA thinks she can steal my land? They wouldn't dare, I roared to myself. But the screech of tires cut through the silence. A black Toyota with an HOA logo barreled down my road like a tank. Now let's start from the very beginning. My ranch isn't just land, it's a legacy. My granddad plowed here until his hands bled. My dad fixed fences under the scorching sun, and I've sunk everything into it. Money, time, soul. 50 acres of freedom, where no one tells me what to do. But HOA, that pack of jackals, thought otherwise. They never owned an inch of my land, but their greed knows no bounds. And then, one cursed day, I found their letter in my mailbox, bold as a spit in the face. I stood at the gate, heart pounding like a hammer. The black Toyota with the HOA logo screeched to a halt, dust swirling. The door slammed, and there was Karen. White blouse, clipboard in hand, flanked by 2 smug lackeys.
Mr. Kent,
Karen purred, her voice syrupy but laced with venom.
we sent you the notice about the community land designation. Let's discuss how you'll cooperate.
I crossed my arms, glaring. Silence hung heavy. She squirmed. Cooperate? I growled, voice shaking with rage. The only thing we're discussing is how you dared trespass on my property and claim what's not yours. Karen smirked, like I was a kid spouting nonsense.
Oh, you don't understand. Your land is now under our jurisdiction. Historically, it's been used for neighbors' walks and leisure.
Historically? I bellowed, stepping forward. This is my ranch. We herded cattle, not hosted your picnics. The only history here is my family's sweat, and I won't let you take it.
It's community land now, Mr. Kent.
I clenched my jaw, fighting the urge to hurl something at her. But then an engine roared. A silver SUV rolled up. A family spilled out. A dad in a golf shirt, a mom, a 13-year-old teen, and a black retriever. They headed for my pasture like it was their backyard. "Hey!" I shouted, charging at them. "What are you doing, strolling across my private land?" The dad grinned, tossing a frisbee to his kid. Karen said the HOA opened this land to everyone. We came to enjoy. Karen slunk up behind me, hand on my shoulder.
Mr. Kent, this is the point. The community enjoying its space.
This isn't your space. This is my land, and I won't let you trample it until you clear out. But more cars kept coming. People with picnic baskets, kids, dogs. My ranch was turning into a circus, and fury burned me alive. I stormed into Karen's office the next day. A stuffy building, all paper and ego. She sat at her desk, flipping files, smug as ever.
Mr. Kent, here to discuss how you'll follow the new rules?
I slammed a folder on her desk. A glass vase wobbled, almost falling. No, I brought a bill, and you're paying it, like it or not. Karen raised an eyebrow and opened the folder. Inside were documents proving my land was never theirs. But since they annexed it, they owed me 20 years of HOA dues. The amount? $200,000. Her face paled.
This isn't just absurd, it's outrageous. You can't claim we owe you that for land we've made communal.
Outrageous? Outrageous is thinking you can steal my land, forge papers, and go free. Pay up, or I'll drag you to court where they'll rip you apart for your fraud. Her lips tightened, but I spun and left, slamming the door so the windows rattled. The next day, I turned my ranch into a fortress. Steel fences, electrified wires, cameras, motion sensors. Along the perimeter, a red flashing LED sign. Warning, trespassers will be zapped. By noon, Karen stormed up to the gate, face blazing with rage.
This is a blatant violation of HOA rules.
I leaned against the fence, arms crossed. Funny, I don't recall signing up for your ridiculous rules.
Electric fences are dangerous and unacceptable.
So is trespassing on my land. But since you're so keen on my property, I made it community friendly.
You're unhinged, Mr. Kent.
No, I'm just getting warmed up. On Saturday, they crossed every line. HOA threw a community picnic on my pasture. Dozens of people, chairs, grills, a volleyball net, kids with kites, dogs chasing frisbees. I watched from my porch, sipping a beer, and waited. An hour later, crack! A jogger in headphones ran into the fence. A yelp, curses, he stumbled back, clutching his arm. A kid's soccer ball hit the wires, another scream, another jolt. Chaos. People shouted, kids wailed. Karen pushed through the crowd, face crimson.
This is illegal, Mr. Kent. You'll answer for this in court.
I checked. All legal. Non-lethal. Just a reminder. Stay off my land.
You're a monster, endangering people.
No. I'm the owner of my land, and you seem to have forgotten what that means. She stormed off, hissing, but I knew. She was plotting her next move. A week later, I noticed something odd. Strangers in suits, not locals, skulked around the neighborhood, whispering with HOA board members. Neighbors avoided my eyes. Rumors spread. Karen filed a lawsuit claiming my land was historical community heritage. If she won, I'd lose everything. I burst into my lawyer's office, Curtis McGraw. He listened, grinned, and tapped his fingers on the desk. They're bluffing, he said, but we'll hit harder. How can we stop her and prove she has no claim to my land, I asked. We'll prove Karen forged the documents. My guy at the county archive is digging. If she faked the annexation, she's done. I froze. This wasn't just a fight for land. It was war. At the HOA meeting, the room boiled with anger. Karen walked in, looking like a cornered animal. Old Man Wills stood first. Karen, you've turned HOA into a tyranny. You lied about Mr. Kent's land, got us in debt, nearly ruined us. The crowd roared. A woman jumped up.
Your schemes cost me $5,000. You paying me back, or do I sue?
Karen opened her mouth, but I stood, and the room fell silent. She didn't just lie. She forged documents to steal my land. Thought she could bully me. She'll pay.
You're not an HOA member, Mr. Kent. You have no rights here.
Wrong. You annexed my land. That gives me a vote to take you down. I slammed a folder on the board's table. County archive documents, I said. Karen faked signatures to annex my land. Originals prove she lied. Plus, recordings of her promising contractors a cut from selling my land. The room gasped. Karen went pale.
That's a lie.
A lie? We have audio, Karen. You're a criminal. The vote began, hands shot up. Karen was ousted. She slumped, defeated. The next day, a police car pulled up to Karen's house. I stood on my porch sipping coffee and savored the moment. She was charged with fraud, document forgery, and attempted illegal property seizure. The court sentenced her to 3 years in prison and a $500,000 fine, payable to me as compensation for emotional distress and legal fees. Her name became a byword for shame in the neighborhood. No one would dare repeat her mistakes.